I met one of my mentors, BJ Fogg, at Stanford. He was leading the Persuasive Technology Lab, and I got the chance to learn under him for years. One of the most powerful things he taught me was how to persuade others to do positive behaviors, like reading more or saving money. And as you can imagine, he had a pretty big role in my life and my philosophy. You can also use those same strategies to change your own behavior. Fortunately, I got the chance to sit down with him and ask him about these strategies. Now, as you watch, I want you to notice some of the ways he changes his own behavior by doing something he calls designing for laziness. Let's take a look.
What are some of the experiments you've run? Because I follow your Twitter feed and we chat occasionally, and you know, some days you're doing a standing table,
Yeah.
You're doing it on a treadmill, other days you're doing 50 push-ups.
Yeah, like in my own life.
Exactly.
Outside of Stanford. Wow, tons and tons. So let me think. There was one that I did last year where I wanted to swim in the river every day during the month of July. So I live by the river up in wine country, and I wanted to get closer to nature. So that was sort of the abstract goal. I want to feel more connected to nature. What's the specific behavior? Well, swim in the river every day. And so for the month of July, I did it. It had its challenges, but I got it done.
Yeah.
And I think it did help me achieve that goal. Right now, one of the tweaks I've made is I decided to start drinking more tea.
Okay.
This was about 2 weeks ago. And I didn't have any way to really heat the water other than put it in like this Pyrex thing and put it in the microwave. And I was like, no, this is not going to end up becoming this ongoing habit. So what I've learned is what you need to do if you really do want to drink more tea or do whatever else you want is prepare to make it a lot easier.
Okay.
So I went online and I bought the very best hot water heater you could get from Japan. You know, it's Japanese.
Yeah.
I bought all these great teas. I bought this very special vacuum mug. I got all set up. And then when it came, it was very easy to create the tea.
It's amazing, you know, how many of us, we want to do something, and yet just the lack of, for example, let's say I want to write more things by hand, but my pen is on the other side of the room. I think to myself, well, obviously, if I really wanted to do it, I would just get up and walk over there. But it turns out that even being 5 feet away from you is a profound barrier for us actually doing it.
Yeah, it's exactly that, right? So at home where I work, and I do have a stand-up desk, I did have a treadmill, right?
Yeah.
So I was walking on the treadmill, but I found that cut my productivity too much.
Okay.
So just standing up is good. But I have a way of having all the tools I need for specific projects right there in front of me.
Okay.
And then when I switch projects, I actually switch these placemats.
Yeah.
So I literally have these big placemats. They're made out of foam core. I have a whole stack of them, one for each project. And the goal of that is so when I say I'm doing my Stanford lab stuff or my teaching, I have a different placemat, and around me are all the tools and resources I need for that specific project.
It's like a dream. Well, it's like, you know when you go to Subway and you order a sandwich, every single thing is right in front of them? The Subway principle, right? It's so we look at them, we say, it's so easy for them to make a sandwich. Well, we could do the same if we had a pen, a stapler, like what Kinko's has.
Well, and similarly, at home, if you open our fridge, if you opened it right now, it looks like a TV commercial.
I'm jealous of you. I saw the picture. I'm like, that's not happening for a dude in Manhattan.
It could though. But
Okay.
I mean, it just takes a little bit of effort. So you open up the fridge, and what you see is you see clear containers, and inside the clear containers you see cut up celery, shredded carrots, cut up onions, cauliflower. You see eggs ready to go. You see apples, the whole thing, right? So you open it up, and it makes it so easy just to grab a snack, or to make a great salad, or to cook something. And yeah, maybe it'd only take a few minutes to grab an onion and chop it, but the fact that you just open the container and grab,
changes everything.
Something, it changes everything. It's just right there.
The food principle, I think, has affected both of us a lot. One of the ways that I opened my eyes to the power of these barriers was one day, it was after I'd graduated, I'd gone home to visit my parents. My mom had sent back all this food. And Indian moms, you know, they love to do it. She sent back this stuff, and Indian food tends to leak. So she sends it, this is what it is. It's like chicken curry in Tupperware, 4 rubber bands on the Tupperware, in a plastic bag, in another plastic bag. So very elaborate. And one day I'm sitting at home working from home, and I was getting hungry. And I go over to the fridge where there's this amazing food. And instead of opening up the fridge, I open up the freezer and pull open a microwave pizza. And I stopped, I said, why am I doing this? And I realized I wanted the Indian food, but the barriers of having to open up all the plastic and rubber bands were so great that I was like, I'd rather just get this pizza. Now, rationally, it makes no sense. But I realized to be able to take those barriers out, to slice up the lettuce beforehand, makes all the difference.
You know, I think designing for laziness
is
something we all need to do in our lives. And you know, it's okay that we won't walk across the room to pick up a pen. That is how we are. Another example, there was a point in my life where I thought, I really need to write more thank you notes. That's kind of a dying art. But I want to keep doing it because it's kind of cool. So I bought a whole bunch of thank you notes. I put them right in this drawer. I opened them all. They're right in the drawer. So all I have to do is open the drawer, grab a note, write it, bam, on its way.
Why do you think more of us don't believe this? Like, there's some kind of resistance we have to the idea that, oh, I need to make everything so stupid simple. And I'm not really a lazy person. If I really wanted to, I would do it. Why is there this idea we have in our head?
Wow, I was teaching my persuasion boot camp last week, and I got up and said, here's realities of human nature. Number one, we're lazy.
Yes.
I have two more, but at lazy, they just freaked out.
What do they say?
Oh, we're not lazy. We're not lazy. Humans aren't lazy.
Right.
And I was like, okay, you can call it whatever you want. We're efficient, we're cognitive misers, there's fancy psychological words, but it is just, I think, more practical to say, yeah, we're lazy. We will take this. If I need to get to B and I'm here at A, I will take the straightest, fastest, least costly path to go to A to B. We don't wander off. And if something requires us to exert just a little bit more effort, the chances are we do it go way, way down. There's a huge difference, for example, between 2 clicks to get something done and 1 click.
Yes.